Dennis, early like usual. And microphone check for Dennis. Dennis, Lovelady gets a mic check. Mic check for Dennis, Lovelady.
Perfect.
And no sound. There we go. Like it? All right. How you doing, Dennis? Now I truly cannot hear you. You can now. Oh, yes. I said I grew up today. Yes. I had to get rid of the pesky green screen. And the only reason why is my house looked like crap with that freaking green screen up. So I wanted to make my man room to look more manly and make it look better. So it's now, actually, this corner is nice and neat and clean. And I got another corner over there with all my piles of boxes of all the crap that I bought. That pile over there, let me see if I can give you a shot of that. Here, let me give you a shot of the box pile. Here, I gotta do something really quick here. I've got to. Everything's working good. Hey, how you doing? Hey, this is gonna be a good stream. I got a feeling. All right, I'm gonna turn that like that. I have a feeling. I got a feeling that it's gonna be a good stream today. The only thing I got to do is get maybe my monitor in line with the camera. Maybe just get another camera. But that's one of my pet peeves are when I had it set up before, I could look this way and look directly at the camera as I'm looking at the monitor. So I have to make sure that I'm always looking through the mic into the camera. All right, but this actually works out because if I'm doing any like price checking and things like that, looking for anything on eBay or something, I can find that quickly. So all right, so a crap load of stuff to talk about today. I learned a lot. I've learned in the last, and then I'm gonna sound off in just a second, you guys, because of course Dennis jumped on. Security alert. What's all that about? All right, I know what that's about. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Let's see if this works. I'm going to go to guest visit. Let's check over here really quick. And I'm going to do something. Let me just see here. Where is my Skype NDI? Oh, right here. Here we go. Phone NDI. Now hold on. Let me see. This should work. This should pop on. This is actually kind of slick. Where in the heck is that? Social media. Oh, there we go. NDI. All right. It should be picking up. It should be picking up my phone. Let's see. Let's see. Phone NDI source. Oh, it is. It's there. I just got to move it forward. Here, that means I have to shut down that one right there. I love that. That is so freaking cool. Come on here. Come on. Where is that? Where's NDI? I just got to get let's see, phone NDI source. There we go. Let's put it right there. All right. So this allows me to show you all the other crap that's going on. So over there is my box pile right there. So if you want, can I blow that up? Oh yeah, that's even more cool. Oh shit. That is sweet. Look at that. There's my box pile. And there's all my crap right there. There's my drone junk and boxes of junk. And then look at that. I got like 3 projectors there if you want a projector. Maybe I should give those away in giveaways. They actually all work too. They're media projectors that I'll never use. It's easier to go with the screen now. There we go. Oh, copyright. Moving on. All right, okay, but there's all my boxes of crap. And there's the area that needs to be cleaned up. So there's the let's see, let's get smaller here. Now there's my little shooting area right there for shooting stuff like unboxing and things like that. But I think I'm going to do my unboxing sitting down here now. But that's my old camera set up there. I might take that out or mount it in my car or something. But that's my GoPro. But yeah, there's my junk pile back there. All right, so that's pretty cool. Guys, you got to admit that that's freaking pretty sweet. All right, moving that down. There we go. Oh, yes. Guys, that is too fun. And now I could actually mount my phone. So let me go ahead and put this back on there and enter. There's Dennis. Look at that. That's actually an advertisement for when Centroid. I haven't been on Centroid's channel in a while. I've just been really busy. So all right. Okay, let's go back to this over here. We got the chat running. Now, where is my chat stream? That should be up. We'll go here, and then there should be a chat running. Come on, where's the chat? There we go. All right. I went and turned it off last time. So anyways, yes. So I've got a bunch of topics up. Topic number 1, Evo 2 discussions, tracking. I've learned a ton about tracking in the last couple of weeks since I've been tracking with 2 different drones. I know what you can do and what you can't do. Mavic Air 2 discussion tracking, if you want to talk a little bit about that. I do have a video that will be going up. So you will have a Evo 2 versus Mavic 2 basically viewpoint, but they're not in the same video. I'm not going to put them up side by side. Watch one video and then watch the other one. But guys, it's obvious. DJI is the king of tracking. DJI's 3.0 active tracking it's through the roof good. As far as if you're looking for an object and you want to just go after a motorcycle or a something that's far away, it's really, really good. Heat issues and drone flying. I've learned a couple of things. I had a scare and I had a crash just recently. They are not related. The crash was related to me being stupid. The heat related one though is really scary. So if you're flying a drone at 95 degrees or above, I'm just saying 95 because that gives you a room for error. But it was 103 degrees yesterday, and I thought I was going to get an evening shot of this rock. Okay, you can't. So, and then the last one is, do you live in 100 degrees? And 100 degrees is relative to who you are and the area you basically fly in. So is it a tropical 100 like Dennis's? If you go to Georgia, you get that really nasty heat. If you get somebody from Florida here, same thing. Florida's nasty. All right. And I did recover the Mavic Air 2 from a crash today. I thought it broke. I really thought that I screwed it up. I thought I finally did something really stupid, even more stupid than ever. And I finally thought I broke it, but I'll show you the damage on it, and then you guys can judge for yourself, and then I'll tell you exactly what dumb thing I did, and I'll probably have 10 people online that are going to tell me why that was not too bright. So, all right. So, and then I can do this, Dennis. Look, it now, okay, it's perfect now. You can see yellow where you couldn't. See, there's the blue duck back here. The mic's in the way. Let's see. There's the blue duck right there. There we go. I really like this setup, though. This is so liberating. I don't have to worry about lighting. I can just turn on the lights and it's done. So pretty cool. Worked out good. All right, here we go. Let's go through the chat. Let's see who's up, what's up, and who's up. Of course, Dennis, thank you so much. Okay. Bam. Bam. All right. So I'll just wear this. I'll wear a mask, put my eyes through it, and I'll basically do my live stream like this. It's like I said, it should be right there it should be right there. All right. And let's see. It's Frank Akerley. How you doing? Frank is here. Hi, Frank. And if I don't have you moderated, I will moderate you. If you have any questions, you're new to the channel. Guys, I actually enjoy the live streams even more now than just going out and making videos. I like the live stream discussion. Kim Starr is on. Quick question for Kim Starr. Kim, go ahead and I'll tell you what happened. So go ahead, Kim, if you have a quick question. Hopefully we can answer that question, Kim. And I did catch you on. Let's see. Daniel, of course Daniel's on. How you doing, Daniel? So glad to have you on. Okay. So Kim, go ahead, man. Rock us with your question, if you've got it. See, I have I have an Evo 2, but I haven't found any time-lapse video option. Do you know, please? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There is a. I think you can Evo. I think there's a time-lapse option on Evo 2. That's a good question. I haven't done one. I don't know that. If you can't find it here, let me look on the app. Oh gosh. I don't do those crazy shots, guys. That's just not my style. I'm more of just a filmer, you know. Let's see. I'm curious too. Kim, I think you might have asked me that. Now you can do autonomous missions, but I'm out of that too. I'm remote control and mobile phone disconnected. I know it's disconnected. I just want to look through the flight. Let's see. Gesture precision, dual viewpoint. So it probably would be in the camera options. I'm guessing, Kim, that since you did not find it, it doesn't exist. Defog. Wow, they got a defogger. Gimbal, it's locked gimbal while shooting. That's added. New it's a camera version model. Let's see. Kim, I'm thinking for sure. I'm thinking for sure nada. I'm thinking it's a big no. Color, style. You've got the digital zoom. You've got all your manual camera controls. What I'm thinking is this, and a lot of people that fly the Evo do their time lapses. They do those on post production. They take their photography, whether it be 4K, 60, and then they either speed it up or slow it down, and they can do time lapses. But I'm thinking no, because I do not see it, and it would be here. Why we don't have a time lapse function yet? I don't have an idea. I have no idea, because this would be the perfect platform to do a time lapse, because it has such a long flight time. So if anybody else, let's see, anybody else on here? Let's see. Oh, Dad from another dad. Hey, Johnny Mac. Yeah. So Kim, I'm going to push that idea, the time lapse idea. like I said, I'm not a huge time lapse person, and if I do a time lapse, I'll do it with my still camera on the ground. I think there's more interest with a time lapse from the ground as opposed to hanging a drone up in the air. Just for the fact that you have people, you have cars, you can get the sky from the ground. There's just so many advantages of doing a time lapse from the ground as opposed to flying a drone. You really don't need to. So if you wanted to add a time lapse to your video, it'd be very simple to do. But I would just do it with my Osmo Pocket, or I'd take any of my other still cameras and I do a hyperlapse, like on the way there. I've seen some pretty cool ones. I mean, this thing does it. So, all right. So Kim, we let's see. Is anybody else? Let's see. Got Blizzard FPV on. How you doing? Johnny Mac. Let's see. I know we got you, but I just wanted to add you as a moderator. So thank you for popping in. Drone Delirium working like usual. Oh, that's the best time to be on a live stream, when you're working. But Blizzard FPV, how are you doing? Hey, Blizzard, I have not. Maybe I need to go FPV now in the summer because of it's a shorter flight time, guys. I'm having heat problems. Okay, and guys, no, I'm not having hot flashes. I'm not going through the change, but I'm having drone heat problems, and I think because they threw so much. This drone, when it was a Mavic 1. Already had heat camera problems. Now they put a ton. Now let me show you something that they did onto this camera. That if you did not notice this, look at the heat sink on the back of that camera right there. Look at that massive heat sink. So it's not the camera overheating. It's the chip. It's the physical chip. I don't know if it's the camera, the flight chip. But it's the main board. It's getting hot, and you can feel it when I took this thing from its overheat. These little flutes right down here were hot as the dickens, man. It was so hot, and it didn't take long. It took me about 10 minutes for it to overheat. So I had it up for about 10 minutes. It was just hovering. There was a breeze. It was not just still heat. It was a breezy heat, hot, kind of a dry heat, about 103 to 104 degrees. It was probably, and it was about 7:30 in the evening. So right at the golden hour, and I just got nailed with the heat, guys. Okay, Kim, I will get back to you, Kim. I will actually. I need to find out. I think it's an interesting idea if they do plan on adding a hyperlapse to. I think it'd be really easy to add it to the Evo 2's platform. But it's a perfect drone if you're going to do a long hyperlapse. I mean, just put it on a slow crawl and just let that camera go to town. I mean, there's no reason why it's not there, unless for the fact that the engineers just don't think that their clientele, the people that they're going to, the commercial clients that they have, care about hyperlapses. A hyperlapse is a and this goes to my main point for the stream today. We got all these silly fluffy things that they add to the drone. How much do you actually use that? Think about that. I did get a cool the asteroid. I do think that is cool, but you do one asteroid, or you do one with the Insta360 cameras. You do one of those cool tiny planet shots. That is really cool. It's fun. But once you do it, you're done. And as far as like today, I did I finished out all the footage for the Mavic Air 2 dynamic tracking, which is really good. I got so much really good footage. The hardest thing about that is going to be going through it and cutting it up. But how much do you actually use of that? And I just I can do a better long point of interest turn manually than I can mechanically. You just got to lock your hands in and just hold them. And then the drone just will get you that 10 seconds or that 5 seconds of smooth footage. You just got to hold it and just don't move your stick. Just keep it, keep your hands on the stick and just let the drone do its work, All right. 166 degrees is hot. Yes, it is. I did hear. You want to see the picture? This is actually the picture I took of my dashboard after my drone crashed. It force landed. It didn't crash. Thank gosh I was like on the side of the road. It decided to force land itself on the side of the road and not on the road. And so it's important that your precision landing is set perfect. You see, here it is right there. So there it is right there. It was that says 103 though. It did go up to as high as 104, and then it popped itself back down. It was actually in the time of the night where the sun was going up, so it's cooling. But man, I'm telling you, there's nothing worse, and that's why a couple of things I don't like about DJI's Go Fly app. One is when it does go into these. It does go into these automatic functions like, hey, it's too hot, I'm going to land. Let me land it. Don't freaking take my control away and land somewhere. Oh my gosh, that drives me crazy. I freaking hate that. Of course, when I see the overheating message, I am going to acknowledge it. I'm going to think about it. Hey, Michael Blade is on. He is in the house. Hey, Michael, how you doing? First time dropper inner. Michael Blade is enjoying the Friday night with Dad Random. How you doing? Or Friday? Well, it's Friday evening, right? It's dinner time. It's kind of like dinner here. In the UK, it's like 11 or 12 o'clock. Oh man. So let's see. And the other thing is, you guys that are popping in, you'll notice that I went to a traditional set. So if you want to know what the inside of, so nice clean room. This is my little corner of my man cave. Really simple. It's it's obviously you can see the roof angle right there. So I'm upstairs and kind of cozy up here. And I did give you the tour. So if you want to check out the earlier part of the stream, I gave you the NDI tour. So yes, NDI with the phone. That is so freaking sweet. Love that. Hopefully the optics are good. Okay, but what's nice is I can show you things I'll show you the props, and that's another thing. I want to show you the damage that was done. This thing took it basically, and I'll tell you how it crashed. Anyways, hey, instead of telling you, I want you to guess. I was in an automatic function when it did crash. Can anybody guess what direction the craft was heading when it basically decided to run into something? Because it technically is not supposed to run into anything. Okay. I'm probably mistaken, because more than likely this function is probably disabled when it's basically engaged. Yes, thank you, 400 AGL. Of course he knows. It was going sideways. And I was probably in a function that it turns off its sensors anyway, because it should have detected the ground from below. So 400, you are correct. And it's my fault. I take total responsibility. Now, here's the good news. This thing is light enough and it's robust enough that it can take the crash. It freaking crashed, guys, in a really rugged place. And this is all the damage I got right there. See that right there? You see the ends of the props there? Guys, totally lucked out. Guys, I have been so lucky with drones, you don't even know. So there's the crash damage right there. I think that's about it. I think that's all she wrote. And guys, these props are so paper thin. Look at that. You'd think they'd just get chewed right up. But this thing took a very substantial crash. So chalk one up for the DJI Mavic Air 2. I mean, the MA2 can take a beating. It can take a punishment. Now I'll tell you right now, if my Evo 2 was doing the same thing, first of all, the sensors wouldn't allow it to do that. Okay, it wouldn't have never hit the hill. But because the sensors are just way better. But if it did hit the hill, it would have definitely broke. It's just too heavy. So I would have lost at least one or two arms of that thing. The props might have made it through it. But these things, I think the lightness is actually a huge advantage. I think they got the weight perfect on this drone. I think the weight is absolutely perfect. It's more than the Mini. Now, the Mini can take a crash from anywhere. I've crashed my Mini so many times. I mean, you guys have seen pretty much every crash that I've ever done. And those were substantial crashes from upwards of 300 feet. This thing only crashed, I'd say it was going sideways at about probably, how fast was it going? Maybe 2 or 3 miles an hour. And it hit basically a rocky, gravelly hillside with a lot of sagebrush. But very impressive. Most of us, if it hits a tree, I think if you drop this puppy in a tree, it's going to make it. It's definitely going to make it. So if you got a lot of trees around, so I guess if we can gain anything from it besides me flying stupid, which is par for the course, correct? That it can take a beating. All right. So you guys are right. Let's see. So Junior, let's see. Cheers from Long Beach. Hey, Long Beach is in the house. Hey, Junior, how you doing? Let's put you into moderation mode. Johnny Mac, let's see. Let's see. Yes, thank you, Mel, for popping in. We do appreciate you. Lucky guy, Johnny Mac. Yes, I am totally lucky. I'll tell you right now. Guys, you'd think I crash drones a lot. I don't. The ones that I do crash, though, I do tell you about because I think I've learned, we need to learn from other people's, pretty much retarded flying. But I knew better. I knew I was close to the hill. And guys, I only crashed by about 5 feet. What I wanted to do was I wanted to do the circle, and I was going by. Now, I was on a road doing a circle track. Okay, so it was a kind of a slow uphill incline, and it basically, I knew as it was coming around, I was doing a counterclockwise motion. So I was here, and the drone was coming around this way, and the hill was right here, and I basically was bringing the sticks up, because I knew it was close. I knew that I was going to be, probably too close and hit it. But instead of stopping and pushing pause, I didn't do that. And by the time I didn't push pause, I had already seen the ground. I saw the ground basically hit the drone, and I knew it would crash at that point. And once again, I put my head down, and I'm like, gosh, that was stupid. Because I was going to go out for 30 minutes just to get some extra footage. I wanted to get as much smooth, milky footage as I could, because, guys, the dynamic tracking for this thing is this thing is a freaking bloodhound. And I am not a DJI fanboy. It's just that good. It is a freaking bloodhound. It sticks to its target like glue. And you can basically maneuver the drone manually as it's basically sticking to the target. And you can one-hand fly this sucker while you're driving. And I don't recommend that. But, backcountry, there's nobody there. And this thing was I've got some of the most amazing shots. And it's all silky smooth. It's not the jittery Evo stuff that you saw today. It is freaking glossy, freaking yummy footage. And that's why people are high on this thing. They're just going, the tracking is just phenomenal. And that's all I can tell you. And I wouldn't be excited about it if it wasn't the truth. So let's see. Crashes are a good way to show others how to avoid similar issues. Yeah, and PD, I don't want to take one for the team. I don't want to take $1,000 for your benefit. That's not, believe me, I don't like you that much. So I don't like you guys for that. Crazy Patrick's in the house. Maybe I like Crazy Patrick. He's taking a bunch for the team. I feel bad for Crazy Patrick. He has the worst luck. Guys, I have the best luck. I like when I crash, my drone lands in the top of a bush. It does whatever it's the best case scenario is. It lands on a pile of grass. And I never break the props. I've been so lucky. I'm telling you, I've been too lucky. Let's see, Daniel. Let's see, crash the old Cheerson CX20. Oh man, he's a CX20 flyer. Awesome. I couldn't get. Hey, Daniel, I could not afford the CX20. I remember back when they first came out. I'm like, I want a CX20 because it was a really long flyer and you could mount a good sized camera on it. So. It says and I would put it in altitude hold mode. And yeah, the CX20 there's a lot of people. If you ever watched DJ Soulforce, he's one of my favorite drone guys. And of course, I've learned so much. I had a lot of fun watching him. I wish he was on more. I don't know what happened, but something happened. But he hasn't been on much, and he was a lot of fun to watch fly. I really miss him flying, and I think he still does. He's just a lot more quiet about it. Doesn't fly as much. David I've learned from my crashes. Oh man, I learned from Crazy Patrick's crashes. I learned that I would just repeat it. Oh my gosh, I did not slam my Evo 2 into the side of a freaking house. Every flight is a lesson. I'm telling you. This thing, you can crash it. Just be careful with it. Just remember that you shouldn't crash it. Do not put it in a circular pattern when you've got anything higher than your circle. Oh my gosh. That was so stupid. Oh man. When I crashed, I'm like, don't make me lose the drone today. Not because of this. I was definitely praying for that one. Not praying for it to not happen, but super happy, guys. My only fear now, guys, is I can't fly it only but mornings. I guess I'm spoiled because most of you guys haven't been able to fly all winter, and I've been flying all winter. That to me, the best time to fly my drones is from that whole period of time, from late fall all the way to early summer. I get that whole time period all the way through the winter to fly my drones. And in the winter, I can fly pretty much every day. So I mean, we all have our time periods to fly. I guess this is my time where there's 3 months out of the year that I can't fly my drones. It'll be, since it's 105 or 103 now, I might not see below 100 degrees until late August, maybe early September. So yeah, Soulforce is doing RC trucks. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, that's right. I did see that on there. A lot of people are doing quads there, and maybe this is my time where I fly quads. I learned to fly FPV. I've been avoiding it because it's stuff you break, and you break it a lot, and you got to fix it a lot. So I guess it gives me indoor time. I'm not the best with the soldering iron. I probably have a crappy soldering iron. So what I'll probably have to do if I do go FPV flying, I might have to, hit a ton of channels and then go start asking those questions about, what's the best soldering iron to use? What do you like? What's the best quality soldering, brands that you like? That kind of stuff. Another problem with soldering and drone repair is I can't see. And I struggled when I built my first drone. My first home built. I really struggled because I could not see anything. I literally had to take my magnifying glass on my phone, and I had to magnify everything. I mean, it was horrible. So, and then I bought the specs and the optical specs with with the adjustable lenses and stuff like that. Let's see, hey, let's see, Zoom 2 or Air 2? Well, he keeps asking me that. I'm telling you right now, the Zoom is the best drone. This is not a Zoom. This is not a Mavic Pro. So get that through your head right away. This is not as good as those two drones for a lot of reasons. This is half the drone, but there are features in it. Plus, it uses the Go4 app, which is a really good app. The DJI Fly app blows. I really do not like it. It's basically a dumbed down version of an app that that it actually makes me, it feels like they thought I was so stupid that they needed to dumb the app down so much. But they were trying to appeal to people that were used to a simpler interface. They didn't want to scare people with like a really deep menu system. So they tried to bring it up and make it simpler. But this is not a Mavic 2. It's not. So anybody who wants to argue with me about this being Mavic 2 quality, it's just not that good. The Mavic 2 is a better drone. It's in both versions, in the Zoom and in the Pro. So you might hate me for that, but that's my opinion. Anybody else have any like feeling on that question? Whether you would go, if you had a choice right now to fly whatever drone. That's not taking. This thing has a ton of advantages. It's smaller. It's lighter. It can take a beating. It's got a really cool camera in it that does a very, very good job at taking really good video. It has really good, excellent tracking. This thing, I mean, if you get a motorcycle and you are like a gold colored freaking jersey and you want to take some freaking cool pictures on a trail, ATV, this thing can do it. So. I like to watch my hikes to retrieve my Mini. Well, what I should have done was film the hike to find this today. It wasn't very long, but it took me a minute to find it. Here's a question that I got the other day, and some of you guys might already know this answer. Okay, hey, Lost Girl Hikes, how you doing? It said, "Oh, did I make a live show? Show some support, Lost Girl. I am so glad you popped in. She's an outdoorsy person. Awesome. Got great vlogs, outdoor vlogs. I have been totally guilty of not visiting channels because I've been working my tail off. To build your channel, it takes a lot of work. It takes a ton of flying, it takes a ton of editing, and it takes a ton of live stream time. You gotta constantly think about making yourself a little bit better. That kind of stuff. And it takes an awful lot of time. Plus we got COVID going on. I've had to finish the year with my job. So I'm now finished with my job for the year. So it just takes a lot of time to do a good channel. And I'm, like I said, I'm always trying to improve it. I'm trying to make it better. Now I lost my train of thought. We were talking about, finding the drone. All right. Now I had a question come up, and some of you guys probably already know the secret to this. Okay. There is a secret to finding your drone. And the secret is don't use the Find Your Drone app. You're depending on the phone. Now, if you're using an iPhone, I choose to use Apple Maps. And I use Apple Maps because of this. And I'm maybe Google will do the same thing. But on Apple Maps, as soon as I ping a location, it gives me a direction finder. So I'm not walking in the wrong direction. I'm walking straight in the direction of where my drone crashed. And you literally will end up standing on top of it. Now, on a hillside, it's differently. It's a little bit different. Because your location gets sometimes a little bit garbled. But I had no trouble finding this. Some people will look for hours to find their drone. And there's really no reason for that. You should be able to. The other thing is take your data off of your log. So I think I might do that with the crash of this one. And it on my FP or on my tracking video, I am actually going to put the crash on there. I think people need to know what this drone can't do. And you can't do a circular track and expect it to not hit stuff like trees and things like that. You just have to have an open area. So, and to most of us, that's pretty much common sense. Hey, Jamie Rail's in the house. How you doing? Let's see, who else is in here that we haven't acknowledged? Kai, of course. Friedrichsen, thank you. Nice to see you, Kai. You've been really good. Let's see, Dennis has been popping in. Let's see, Dennis, who you see? Next train noon tomorrow. Don't lose your train of thought. Dennis has got the words of wisdom at all times. Okay. It's a second job. It's not even a second job, guys. I don't make enough money to make this even call it a job. Job's actually supposed to earn money. So no, there's no income to be had here as much as you think. There's barely enough to pay for the expenses. Most people, when they have like channels, they don't count like, think about, okay, I'm running this thing like a business. Okay. I've run businesses before. This is not my first business I've ever basically been involved in as an entrepreneur. I've done a bunch of different things. I've had my own landscaping company. I've done contracting. I've run a restaurant. I've done a like a gift and plant store. So I've done a bunch of different things. They've all been really good, and of course they were most of them were break-even enterprises. So we didn't stay doing it, but there is a process that you go through. And I just started that process of basically calculating the cost factor of what it takes to run a channel. And you have to count everything. You have to count electricity and basically time off, You have to count, what you're basically consuming in gasoline when you drive to sites, how much the wear and tear on your vehicle is, how much say you're making payments on something. There's so many costs involved. You have to count postal cost. You have to count everything. Everything is a cost. And then you have to basically weigh that with any income. And guys, let me tell you something. The cost far outweighs any income. All right. I need a second job in terms of workload. Daniel, I know. But there's a lot of people that have this idea that they think there's people out there that are like trying to make this into a business. And quite honestly, if you're not getting thousands of views on your videos, I mean, you have to get thousands. You're not making any money. And even then you're still cost conscious and you're working another job. So until you're making like 100,000 views, could you make money on 20,000, 10,000? Yeah, you could, but I don't know. Guys, it takes a lot of work, man. That's all I can tell you. All right. Plenty of time off here in the UK. Yes, there's so much time off. Is anybody getting so sick of the time off that they're literally going insane? All right. Because I'm going to raise my hand right there. I need stuff to do. And I do go out and do stuff. Buy high, sell low. Don, you are so correct. Even then, if you're buying and selling your drones and that kind of thing, especially, and even with technology, you can't hang on to old technology. Otherwise, you'll have computers like mine. That computer back there behind me, that thing was purchased in like 2008. And yes, it's running Windows 7. The one that I'm using right now is the they're brother-sister computers. They're exactly the same. This one's running Windows 10. And it barely runs it. Barely. I think it's running it on 4 gigs of RAM. Both these should have 8 at minimum. And if I went and spent $300 on a brand new computer, they would be better than these. These are old gaming computers. They actually have their own graphics cards. But if they're old enough, it doesn't matter. So let's see. PD, washed my car so many times and my garden is pristine. Hey, PD, think about this. I'm going to tell you, I've got a small, there we go. I've got a small swimming pool. Okay. It's not a big one and it's not fancy. Okay. Most people say, oh, you got a swimming pool. Guys, more work. I'm just going to tell you. I've got that area. I've been like pruning bushes and picking weeds. Today I spent an hour like spraying weeds because we get tons of weeds out here. Lots of cheatgrass, and lots of tumbleweeds. Tumbleweeds. A tumbleweed can grow inside the crack of a freaking solid countertop. And I've been busy. I've been busy out there just pruning away. So very busy. See, Brent Newman, old tech. Took me forever to decide to, let's see. Took me forever to decide to part with my Phantom 2. I started with my first DJI product was a Phantom 3 standard. I think everybody and their mother and father have owned a Phantom 3. The first thing to break. Can anybody guess the first thing to not function on the Phantom 3? Can anybody make that guess? Probably every day's a Saturday. Oh my God, I don't even know what day it is. I barely figure out what day the Friday is. Hey, John Spizzo, how you doing? Yes, PDE, you got it. Gimbal. Oh my gosh. Good. Hey, Oscar, that's a good show. There's no sensors on the freaking Phantom 3, but it's okay. I don't care. I didn't know that either. I don't think there's any sensors on it. Is there any? No, there's no sensors on it. Hence the hard crack. The first thing I broke was I basically was bringing the craft down to take a low shot. Guys, I am like, if you're going to break your drone, you break it on a low shot. And I went to bring the drone down because I wanted this pull away shot really low from something. And I was talking to somebody while I was flying the drone, and I was a kid. He was just interested. So I'm talking to this kid, and instead of pulling back, because I was going to start the pullback of the shot, I pulled the left stick down, which of course the drone slammed down into the ground. This is like 3 years ago. And it bounced off the ground. I'm like, no, and then of course the Phantom 3 is a pretty rugged aircraft. And of course it popped back up, and I'm like, oh, it's fine. And I pulled back and shot. Then I noticed the gimbal doing this. It starts to do the wicked twitch. So yeah. And then of course I had to decide to fix it myself. So I did. I sent for the parts. Bought the new solenoids for the the new, what are they? I don't know what the frick is. Isn't it a solenoid? What the hell is that thing that freaking that runs the gimbal? Anyway, I bought one of those new widgetamagers, okay, and put it together. And of course you have to adjust it manually to set because you can't like, I don't think in the original version of the Phantom 3, you couldn't like tweak the drone's gimbal on your own. There was no manual tweak, which is really, there's not open source. So you had to send it in to get it done. So I decided to just twist, you just twist on the housing. There's basically it's just pushed into into a bushing, the main shaft of the gimbal. So, I twisted that, and that's how I ended up doing it. But everything when it hits the ground breaks. Not ready to give up my air. I don't give up the air. This is a good drone. This is a 2-year drone for sure. This will be around for a long time. It'll be at least a year till the Mavic 3s come out. Oh man, actuator? Is that what it's called, Don? Servo. That's it. Johnny Mac got it right. It's a servo. They're little servos. Servos are basically electrically controlled. They're like a motor, right? And then they're graduated. Yeah. Thank you. The actuator actuates the dongle hopper, the quantum phaser. Johnny, he's got it. He got the right word, the right term, servo. Oh man, I just don't do enough work on them anymore. Oh man, it's so good to see you guys. I'm in such a good mood today. It's just nice. Friday's always a good day. I'm always in a good mood on Friday, especially when you crash your drone and it's not broke. There it is right there. There's the only damage right there. You see that? Right on the end, right there. And I'm going to fly the sucker with them broken props. Why the hell not? Ain't gonna do anything to this thing. Now, I'm waiting for Master Airscrew. When do you think Master Airscrew is going to come out with their orange props for this? I want orange props. Master Airscrew, if you're watching this, I want freaking orange props for this drone. Okay? Get them to me. Get me the quiet props. I want them now. So, you would change the props? Okay, Dennis, I'll change them. Dang it. I got a brand new set, They come with the Flymore comes with extra sets of props. I guess I could put the new ones on and use these as like a rugged backup, I guess. Every day is Saturday. Yes, going back to Dan Zelch's a comment way back. Green props. No, crazy Patrick, we don't want green. Orange is the only way to go. Orange props. Could go green. Like, I wouldn't mind this green. That would be cool. I would like that. I would take that green. But not like it'd have to be like a fluorescent green. Boing, boing, boing. Put some rubber seal around it. You could do that. You could put foam on the bottom. Well, most people put a gimbal. On the bottom of the Phantom 3, you were supposed to put the gimbal protector on it. And of course, I didn't want to spend the $5 for the freaking gimbal protector. And what happened? Got a broken gimbal. I ended up selling it to some kid who fixed it. So there's a lot of people that bought them for parts and then they resell them. I think I sold it for like $180 or something like that. It wasn't that much. I think I can't even remember what I paid, $2.99 for it and sold it for $180 or something like that. Maybe it was $3.99. I can't remember. Orange wins all day. High visibility. Enough said. I believe you, Johnny Mac. All right. I just hope I don't put my props on backwards now that they lost the class action suit. Not the class action suit, but the copyright, or not copyright. It's copy. Yeah, it's a copyright infringement. But patent infringement. There you go. Patent. Say it right. Now I can put them on backwards. Dude, if you put your freaking props on backwards, you're dumber than I am ever going to be. So, okay. There you go. Right there. Okay. Right there. The little silver. Okay. Silver goes on top of silver. Okay. I'm going to do a freaking a tutorial here. Right there. Okay. So there you go. Right there. There's the little silver freaking. All right. Silver goes on silver. All right. There we go. She's on there. All right. Quick release safety props. Yes, and it does. You got the dumb message that shows up now. Do you have your props on the right direction so it doesn't fly upside down? Orange is easier to find in the brush. It is. I'm going to just put a big freaking yellow face on it. And that's what I should have. I got the little ones. Dennis sent me the little tiny Dad Random. That would fit nicely on the top of this right here. Right there. Boop. Right there. Yeah, what a great drone though. Gosh, I'm tickled. Guys, I'm definitely an Autel. I like Autel's drone now. I really do like it. It's just fun. And you know, let's get back to the comment about the purpose of your drone. You know, this one, it's fun to have all those little cute beachy shots, but almost every one of those shots that's in the quick shots menu, you can easily do on your own. And plus, when you do it on your own, it'll be that much better. This one doesn't do like a nice wide turnout, doesn't do a reveal when you do a backwards shot. There's a lot of things it doesn't do. You can't fly, you can't fly near anything. It controls you so much. The only thing that's kind of cool is the helix, because it's hard to do a helix. To do a rising shot when you're spinning, that's a very tough one. But when you're doing a pullback shot and you're doing a pullback and reveal, you can't do that and you can't do one that's 400 feet, you know, and that makes the shot cool. Like when I'm over the waterfall and I'm pulling back, woo, you know, it makes it just a massively cool shot. Let's see. Orange is easier to find. So I bet someone does it every 5 minutes. Does something. They do something. Let's see. Frame the props as a reminder of what not to do. Yes, Daniel. No, I'll get comments. I'll get comments saying after I put my video up on my tracking video, I'll get 10 comments telling me how big of a dummy I am and that I should learn how to fly my drone correctly. Oh man, I was like, can't you read in the manual? That's actually, if I was going to do a tutorial, I'm gonna just stand with the manual like this, and I'm gonna talk about the drone with the manual in my hand. I'm like, guys, instead of sitting here watching me read the manual, you can do this too at home. And I bet you in the manual somewhere where it has the circular tracking shot, it says that the side sensors do not function in circular tracking mode. Well, there is no side sensors, but there's some pretty darn big rear sensors. Anyway, it's all good, guys. It's all good. Totally my fault. I'll take, and most crashes truly are, they're truly your fault anyway. Because you just, now, let's see, red flag warning for Air 2s. Yes, here's the red flag warning right here. Do not fly this when it's 95 degrees. The GoFly app will take control of your drone, and it will land it where you basically took off. And if that place is not where you told it to, for example, say you're flying over water, okay? You're in your boat, and your boat happens to drift, say, 300 yards. Of course, you should reset your I do not believe, this thing doesn't have a dynamic home point, does it? Can anybody help me with that one? Does this not have a dynamic home point? Because I couldn't find it. Because I was looking for it today. I was like, I better set it to a dynamic home point, because the other day it wanted to return to home because of battery. I drained the battery down when I was doing the other flight, and it wanted to fly back to where I started, which was like about a quarter of a mile away. And I'm like, I don't want it to fly back there. So I basically had to fight against its freaking return to home function. So let's see. So, John Trigg, how you doing? Says, have you done any long exposure with Mavic Air? I have not done any. I haven't done any of the photographic stuff yet. I'm going to. Guys, I don't have any clouds right now, and I don't want to do I was thinking about doing one last night, and that's when I was in the 103 degrees. I was going to do a long exposure, not a long exposure. I was going to do a hyperlapse, okay, which is basically a long controlled exposure flight. Not a long, open exposure. And I was going to do that. And my drone basically went home and landed where I'd basically had my car parked 10 minutes before. And it was about a quarter of a mile down the road. I had to quickly do a U-turn on the road I was at, drive all the way back to go find my drone that basically, let's see, I thought sensors auto turn off on preset. It does. So Don, you are correct. And I kind of knew that. Plus, when you're doing a circular, you say it did have sensors. It doesn't have a side sensor anyway. And if it did have sensor, the bottom sensor should have picked it up. But since it doesn't have sensors during that now you won't be stupid enough like me to do that, and you will not lose your drone. So you can update the home point. Yes, you can update the home point. But you can't put it on dynamic home point where it will constantly find where your, like the Go4 app had. The app that everybody wants back. Not only do we want the dynamic home point back, we also want that nice little battery graphic, which the Evo 2 has, guys, by the way. The Evo 2 has a battery graphic. Let's see. Oh, where's the wanna bet here? I'm missing this one. In the DJI Fly, you can update the home point. Don. I know you can update the home point, but it's a really big pain in the ass. Right, good. Thank you, Don. It's not dynamic. It doesn't change. Wanna bet? We got a battle going. Nikos, how you doing? Nikos from France is in the house. SoCal. We can say SoCal. So Frank. Are people in southern France are they more hip than people in northern France? I think they are. We like the VC French. They're the rebellious ones. Nice to see you, Nikos. I'm glad you popped in, buddy. He is a camera expert. If you have any camera questions, refer to Nikos Ariel. Basically, go to his channel. He's got some awesome stuff on there. He lives in one of the most beautiful places in the world. I forget what he lives in I forget what the region of France is. Nikos, will you put, I can't remember the name of the region, but you're welcome to put the region of France that you're from. But it's southern France. It's gorgeous. It's full of like Roman aqueducts and freaking, 1,000-year-old stuff. It's amazing. Guys, I love ancient history. I love world civ, and he gets to live in the middle of world civilization. So I guess I live in world civilization too, but it's Mississippian. Or well, this area, I have no idea. Probably Aztec where I'm living. Let's see. Nikos. Yeah, go ahead, Nikos. Please put, if you want to, tell everybody where you're from. Yes. We are the best in France. Yes. You have the best food. You're the best cooks. All those things. All right. So, yeah, Nikos, I can't remember. It's like AUX. I have to look it up. Hey, I'm going to look up that. With the provinces, French provinces. I'm going to beat him. It says next to Marseille. Yeah, AIX. Yeah, there it is. The name is, I don't know how to pronounce that. That's the province that he's from. Cool. Thank you so much for putting that up. But yes. So if you want to know anything cool, if you're French, you were born cool. So as an American, I was born pretty much with more words than necessary. I'm also born to think that I own everything, that everybody should speak English, and that everybody should cater to my needs anytime I go anywhere around the world. That's not true, by the way, but I'm always looking to better understand people when I'm there. A nice city from south of France, yes. The best frog legs, PD? Oh, he's been there. Daniel, yes, it does. It looks like they look like Mars rover pictures. It does. Daniel, let me tell you something. Daniel, I've been to some places in this area that you feel like you're on Mars for sure. It is. It's and that gives you an idea that the Earth and Mars, they're brother sister planets. They're made. They both are full of sandstone and basalt and. All right. But yeah, Nikos Ariels, let me see here. Maybe if Nikos does see here, Nico. I don't like that on the chat. It doesn't allow you to go to their channel anymore. I hate that. I hate that you can't do that. I'm gonna go to my friends list though. I'm gonna put Nico in there. I'm gonna show you something cool. I love Nico's country. I love the countryside that he lives in. Guys, I like UK. I like everybody, but this is just cool. I know in the UK you're full of freaking everybody's got freaking Roman ruins. I know that. Let's see if I can find Nico really quick here. There we go. There it is. All right. And I know this is probably, there's all castles and all kind. Look at this kind of crap. This is just awesome. Look at, he's also got the Mediterranean. He's got everything. He probably lives in a chalet somewhere and he's probably got 5 wives, 2 girlfriends. Look at this. Here, let me just show you this. I'm going to put this up right here. Turn the sound off. But this is the kind of crap that he gets to live next to. Hold on here. Let me put my display channel up really quick here. So this is the start of one of Nikos' videos right here. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and put this one up. This is just one I randomly picked because it's gonna be cool as crap. And he's flown some really cool drones. He's also flown an Aspire. He knows a lot of really cool things. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and copy that. And let me put this up there for Nikos right here. But I mean, look at that. Look at this crap here. He gives all these really interesting things. Okay, now who doesn't want to fly to a freaking island in the Mediterranean that has this little tiny freaking castle on it? And some really cool French guy said, "Hey, I'm going to build a castle out here. This is going to be my summer home, and I'm going to take chicks out here, and this is going to be our little." Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that freaking cool? It might be a garrison too. I have no idea. He'd probably tell us. It probably says it in the comments down here, but it's all in French, Nikos. But look at that. Just cool. Look at all the drones flying. You can even see, there's a drone there. Is that those drones or birds? Are those other people's drones? Oh, man. Anyway, he'd tell us all about it. Some stuck in boring ass Central Texas lost girl. I know. Hey, Nikos, if you need a girlfriend, man, lost girl, man, she's stuck in boring A Texas. I'm just kidding with that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh man. And we can't go there because freaking COVID. I'm going to southern France, Nico, just so you know. All right. That's just one of his videos, one of the many. But check out his channel. He's got just there's a lot of really cool stuff. Here's one of my favorites. This is a very common one, I'm sure. This is something that they see all the time. Check this out. Here's his walk-in vlog. And there's an aqueduct right there. Look at that. Look at this thing. Look at that. Just don't find that kind of crap in the United States, okay? Look at that. That is just freaking unbelievable. I'd be flying right through that freaking hole. You know that. Nico's too chicken, no. He didn't fly through the hole. He doesn't do a pull-away shot through one. He probably is doing this with a really expensive drone. Look at that. And then you get that angle right there looking down. Can you imagine the guys doing the construction on that? All right. It's another one of those cool videos. But that's the aqueduct video, so... Yeah, I like to show his stuff because look at this. Here's another one. Guys, this is a chalet in France. This is a lavender field. Of course, another freaking castle. The land of 10,000 castles. Look at that. That's Nikos' house right there. This is Cribs Nico. Nikos Arios Cribs. Oh, look at the scary birds over there, though. Look at that tree. That is a beautiful tree. Look at that. I love that tree. Look at those. Things all boarded up. Because nobody can afford to own it anymore because it costs $1 gazillion. But that's Nikos' house. Yeah, he lives there. I'm just kidding. Look at that. That is just unbelievable. I love the terracotta tiled roofs. Look at that. And it's been repaired a gazillion times. Look at all the different colors. Oh, that is just freaking sweet. Okay, now there's some, I saw, he has a lavender field on his maybe, okay, is that a freaking thumbnail that he did just to get us to, I thought I saw a lavender field. Look at this. Holy crap. Let's go right to the money shots. Look at that. Look at that crap. That's a freaking fountain, isn't it? I think that's a fountain. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Anyway, look at the freaking bulls coming out of the fountain. That is just freaking killer. I have to make that bigger just so we can see the whole thing. There you go. I'm gonna make that into my screensaver, Nico. All right. That is just some crazy crap, guys. Just crazy. That just makes me as an American kind of want to weep. But because everything we made is made out of wood. The exception of Washington, D.C. Let's see. We can go to South Dakota, and I can show you the president's faces on Mount Rushmore. All right. Okay. Yeah, we could go to the Biltmore Castles, and all right, we can go to Dennis Lovelady's house. Let's put that up. Let's put Dennis's house on here. All right. I thought that would be kind of fun to go and check out Nico's casa. All righty. Oh, man. So cool, guys. I really appreciate you guys. So that was autumn. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. But he knows how to film it, and he just does filming and a little bit of narration. Just gorgeous stuff. Go check it out if you want to see some beautiful, beautiful work. He's got an eye for photography like no other. Let's see here. What's PD up here? Hey, Nico's flying around my house. Yes, PD's. That's PD's house. Oh, long hike down to get the... No kidding, man. Can you imagine flying your drone on the parapet or one of those things? Oh, crap, I crashed. That would be a really cool video, going through the house. Walking down through the... I've got to go down 700 stairs to get my drone, and then I got to pull it out of a 700-foot tree. What? Lots of lag. What, do I got a lot of lag going on now? What's going on here? Somebody told me I got lag. Oh, no. Whew. Oh, no, my live stream. Oh, sorry, I'm dying. Oh, man. Okay, maybe it's time for me to get off here. Yeah, it doesn't look good, guys. I've got a red stream going on. Maybe it's because I was running that video. So let's not do that anymore, huh? Here, let's shut that down. I don't know. Dennis, tell me, what's going on? Are we good to go? Oh, let's see. It's better now? No lags? Yeah, let me just see make sure the sound's going okay. I'm only streaming in 720. But I got a son that's a gamer next door here. I'm wired directly to the network. Here, let me just do a check here. Let's do a speed check. See what's up. There we go, speed test. Oh, no way. That sucks. That's horrible. That can't be right. Hold on here. I'm not connected. Oh yeah, that's not my normal network, guys. That's my 2G. Here we go. Let's do the 5G. All right, let's check this out here. Let's see. All right, here we go. New test. Speed test. Here we go. No, that's internet right there. No, that's some freak. Look at my wait till you see my upload speed, though. My upload speed's horrible. Check this upload speed. Oh, no. How can you have like almost a half a gig download and have like a 20 gig upload? How can you do that? Yeah, it was probably it might have been me running the video through there. And then I made it full size. I probably weighed the stream down quite a bit, so oh man. Let's make sure it's still red, guys. Dang it. Oh well, hopefully it just hangs on, man. See, with 503, we want this thing to hang on we're having too much fun. All right. But let's see what else is going on. What have we not covered? We talked a little. Oh, we're talking about what? Okay, what feature? What auto feature should you have on? Should you have active on a drone? What like auto shot is like you think is necessary? Hey, Ray Kelly, how you doing? Ray's on. So, what automated feature you think is the most helpful thing to have in the GoFly app? What one do you think that everybody needs to have? Okay, anybody have an idea on that? Okay, what auto feature should the DJI Fly app have that everybody probably would use once or might just because I'm trying to think of one. I like the tracking one. If the tracking is good, I think tracking is nice. Like say you're in a canoe or something, and you just want a nice, calm kind of canoe flight. But even then, I'd rather have total control over the drone so I can manipulate my shots and get the right angles of the camera. Does anybody have what you would consider to be like a shot that you have to have on a drone, like a custom shot that needs to be there? Active track, yeah, that's the only thing. Hey, Chris Harris, how you doing? For some people, yeah, I know. Chris, I agree with you as far as your, that. Hey, I just added you on the moderator. I appreciate you popping in, but yeah, I don't know. Gimbal control for sure. I mean, but hey, Diggin Cooper, how you doing? Let me pop him in there. Let's see. But we look at like Helix, not really. Helix is a special shot though. You do get a really cool reveal out of it. It's kind of a revealing shot. I do like the circular shots, but you lose tracking so easy on the circular shots that you can't get far enough back. I'll show you an example of that when I get my video done. I got a lot of video to go through. I really want to make a good like Air 2 auto functions. I have a really good track. I've really had a lot of really good tracking footage that I really want to show there. But let's see. A way you could fish for your drone. Underwater tracking. How about like water pontoons that puff up really fast, like an air system. Once it touches water, like an inflatable raft goes poof, just like that, just so it doesn't sink. We don't need it to float. We just, we want it to float, but we don't want it to sink. We just want it to just be visible so we can get it. But it has to be completely submerged. You know what I'm saying? It literally has to go into the water and be submerged, and then it would activate this thing that puts this little tiny like air system out. Too much weight? All right. Let's see. Got my Part 107 card in the mail about an hour. Hey, all right, Chris Harris. Cool, man. Chris Harris is pro in the house. Pro flyer in the house. On Monday, I'll go to the sea, make drone footage from a boat. Nice. I think I should use dynamic point. Yeah. What it's nice about the dynamic point is now, Nikos, you can correct me. You basically select your subject and it just holds it there. It basically keeps the camera focused on us, and you can literally, but the point can move, which makes it cool. So your boat, for example. So you basically select your boat, it holds on to it, and then you literally can just fly around your boat all you want, and it will hold that. So if it's a sailboat, that's really cool. If it's a motorized boat of any kind, that's really cool. But it just allows you to adjust the angles on the fly, and it does an amazing job. I did some dynamic point flying. It is cool. Let's see. It only took 22 days from the testing date. Let's see. Nice, 22. Now, but Chris, when you did get your 107, you got a piece of paper that said you had it done. So you need the card. Come on. So you can flash it at people. I just pick out the piece of paper, all crusty piece of paper, and go, I'm a professional. But congratulations, definitely. It's a big step. And everybody pretty much, it's to the point where they need to have it. I think they need to simplify it, though. I think drone users need to have a different set of rules. It needs to be more like the Canadian drone flying certificate. You don't have to be a professional pilot, Let's see. A piece of paper came digitally 8 days after I passed the test. So they sent it basically via the mail. Yeah, because basically the test has to go through the system, and then it's verified. And then they basically send you an email, correct? No, they send you an actual snail mail. Why I fail at questions. You could attach styrofoam balls to each leg and float it in the water. Yeah, but we don't want styrofoam anything. I don't want anything hanging off the drone. Okay? I don't want anything hanging off this. I don't want any water touching it, period. But I'm not going to fly this over water in the heat. Okay? Hence comes... it's 5 o'clock. My dog is hungry. Right, Steve? Steve's hungry. Check Steve out. Steve, you want to visit everybody? Here, Steve. Come over here. Steve, come. Here, this is where Steve's hungry. He's telling me right now. Here, we got to go to my guest visit because we have a guest in the house. Here he is right here. Hold on, Steve. We're going to visit. Oh, he's telling me he's hungry. Steve is funny. Steve, come. Come here, Steve. Steve's in the house. Steve's in the house. Here we go. We're gonna put Steve on camera. Here he is. Hey, it's Dennis. Here we go. Where is it? Right here. Steve, come. Come, Steve. Come over here. Turn the slideshow off. Let's put... Steve's such a ham. Yeah, Steve. He knows how to look into the camera, too. I've taught him everything he knows. Good boy. I don't even need the other camera. Steve right now is telling me that he just got up, guys. I didn't tell him to get up, man. He just knows it's time to get... There he is. There we go. So where's Steve at? Right down there. Steve! Steve, is it time to eat? Yep. Oh, man. But, yeah, Steve's hungry. He's the greatest dog ever. I've had some really good dogs, guys, in my life. Every one of them's been great. But he's telling me he's hungry, so. Steve's in the house! Don't you love this camera? That's just another cool view. Just put it up here. Here, we got the up camera view right there and the down camera view. We're going to call this spinning in the seat view. Oh, too much fun, guys. Too much fun. Ow, oh, I got to cramp my leg. All right, I'll turn that off. Guys, too much fun. There we go. Got some TV going on, but it crapped out. Hey, Rode mic. There we go. Right there. Anyways. All right. We're going to shut that down. Get the slideshow back on. Enough of that. All right. That was fun. I love that. That is the coolest thing ever. What's Steve's channel name? You know what? I need to make Steve his own channel. You like my guitar back there? My Stratocaster? My Fender back there? I should rip it. Shouldn't I one day do a live stream with a little bit of ripping from the Strat? Yes. It's a Squire. It's a small version, okay? The Squire's got a smaller frame, much smaller, so woohoo! Okay, and you can't have a guitar without you especially can't have a Fender without a skull on the strap. So you got to have skulls on there, and it's got to be black. It's got to be black. So yes, the Squire. All right. Ah, yes. I can rip some bad A chords. I can't sing like Dennis though. Dennis has got a good voice. Start every show with the guitar. I need to start every show. I can't play my video because it's copyright. Hey, we got a green stream now. Sweet. Here, check here. Let's finish it out here. We're getting off the subject of drones right now. Oh man, we have too much fun today. Guys, I'm having too much fun. Let's see if I can find one of my oldies but goodies. Let's see if I can find this. Oh boy. I actually, guys, I did a parody of Teenage Dream, and I actually got Katy Perry actually visited my channel. I kid you not. At least one of her promotional people did. That was cool as crap. And it was actually Katy Perry's real channel. That was cool. They friended it. That was neat. Here, let's see. Right up, children. Let's see. Dad random. I just want to show you something if I can find it here. If it's still on here. I don't know if I can. I don't know if it. Oh, there it is. Yes. I can't have the sound on though because it's copyright. But here, this is a. This is a video I did a long time ago, and I was just having fun. Okay. You got to love this right here. It's a lip sync, and I was in the weight room working out one day, so I put on. It's no thanks for that. So I put this on, and it was fun. And I basically did. I did a bunch of, look at that. I did a bunch of different. I did a green screen, and I played the drums. Basically, that's fake drums back there. And I've got my brother's bass. He actually played bass with a punk band. That's really cool. It's got some really cool crap on. There's some. I need to get him his bass back. My father-in-law actually took it, and isn't that the coolest lip sync ever? You gotta love that. But I can't put the sound on because it's copyright, so I'll get flagged. That's good though? You can't. That was one of the first videos I ever made. I need to go back and do another one of those. So I did each one of those parts separately on green screen, and it turned out a lot of fun. So if you want to go online here, let me give you the location. If you want to listen to it, the lip sync is borderline okay. But here, let me put it up there real quick. If you want to check that one out. Here, I'll put that up. If you want to hear the song, it sounds good. It's the real song, but it's got a copyright. It's got copyright against it. So check that, Dennis. If you have not seen that one, check that one out. You'll like that. Dad Random, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Give It Away. If you ever heard the song, there we go. Get that back. If you ever heard the song, there we go. If you ever heard the song by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Give It Away, that's the song. So I need to do another one of those. I had a lot of fun doing it, and they're not that hard. It's staging everything. Once you get everything staged, the song is easy. You just lip sync the song. And then you just get, if you got the bass, you got to play to the bass rhythm, and if you got the guitar part, you play to the guitar rhythm. And then with the drums I'm way off. I actually, when I did the drum track, I wasn't thinking of this song. I was just thinking of a 4/4 time song, and I was just hitting away on the drums. It weren't even drums; they were like weights that were turned into a fake drum set. So. And I made it look like a drum set, and I'm using 2 pieces of paper to basically play. So it's pretty good. At least so check that one out. That's a lot of fun. So, all right, guys. I wish I could play the song. It's so good, man. But I'll totally get freaking flagged. So I should probably not care. Let's see. Could do drums for you. You can do the drums. That's awesome, Dennis. I can play the drums a little bit. I can carry a beat. That's about it. Same thing with the guitar. I know basic guitar. As far as the bass, I know nothing about playing the bass. Nothing at all. I know how to look like I play the bass. Okay, so if you go to that one, you can see I look like I know how I'm playing the bass. Bass players are crazy looking. They're nutty. They got the backwards hat kind of thing. The drummer basically is in their own world, when you look at the drummer. And the lead guitar player is always kind of like, is shredding it. And the singer is focused, So the singer, I'm just like staring right into the camera as I'm reading the words from the song. So that was fun. All right. So... Guys, you guys, that's why I'm called Dad Random. I'm random. I have a lot of fun. Guys, life is fun. I played the Congo drums, but in my shed today. Hey, you guys want to know a channel I really like? If you like live music, here I want to show you something I really like. This is a guy that I follow that I really enjoy. I'm gonna share some channels that I really like. Okay. Of course, I love all you guys, but let me find here this guy right here. If you've never heard of Davidas, okay? If you've never heard of Davidas, watch this guy. He is so talented. So let me put down. Let's see. He does here a Queen song. So this guy does he does electronics, electronic instruments. He does the whole thing. He's a really good guitar player, gifted. He's got a good voice too. So this guy right here, I'm going to go to my display channel. But this is Davidas, and he has a camera. It looks hokey, but he is really talented, and he's from Florida. And when I go to Florida, guys, I'm going to look for this dude, and I'm going to throw money in his hat. That's how much I like him. But he does a live stream, and he likes to. I don't know if I can put the sound on. I don't know if it's. There we go. But he's very original.
That's too cool.
Let me just hit this to get this is how he gets started. He basically starts with his keep. So he'll put a beat, and he'll put all these tracks together, and he'll make an original song. So he's doing a Queen song here. Yeah, I've heard this one. This is really good. So let's listen to some of his stuff when he gets it going. Very, very, very cool. I'm getting it's Friday night. I'm getting shivers up my spine. I love original music. Anyway, I just think he's really fun. So, I don't think I can get a copyright strike from that because it is original YouTube. But anyway, really good. His name is Davidas. Okay, so I'll put him up there. But this guy's really, really talented. And he's just a lot of fun. If when my daughter gets married, if I can fly him up for the wedding and have him do all of the entertainment, she probably will have something to say about that. But yeah, he's good. He's really good. And he's very artsy. He doesn't pretend to know the music. And what's really makes him really good is he can basically arrange a song, put the beat to it, put the backbeat to it. He'll put a guitar, he'll put a guitar rhythm to it, and then he'll play lead to it. And then of course he puts together other things like the keyboard tracks, and then he throws it together in a couple of minutes. It's just, and then you see this box right there. He basically, on the left-hand side down below, if you look next to his keyboard, that allows him to change. I don't know. I'm not a musician, not to the extent this guy is. So, but anyway, he's just amazing. I really appreciate that guy's channel. I just ran into him one day, and I really, really think it's fun. And anytime you see something good, it's fun to copy that. Let me put Davidas on there. All right, I'm gonna throw him on there, and it's it's DOVYDAS DOVYDAS. Okay, Davidas. All right. So anyway, check him out if you have a chance. But yes, Dennis Lovelady. Can you show us? I'll send you a link. Dennis, do you have your? I want to see your ukulele. Do you have it on? Do we have a? I'm trying to think. Do you have a? Now you went live with me and showed your ukulele. He's making his own instruments, Dennis. And Dennis has got a 3D printed ukulele that he built. So he's big into 3D printing, but he made a ukulele. So. All right. But check it. I'll send you a link. Dennis, you can put the link up if you want. Throw the link on the chat, please. Dennis, if you would. Don't think you can't. Dennis, we want you to put that link on there. We want to showcase any talent. If there's any videos that anybody at any time on this channel, if you ever want to show, basically, he's got 500,000 followers. And think about that. Think about a musician that has, millions of followers. This guy has as many followers as, say, John Fogerty, which is amazing. So you guys that know who John Fogerty is of Creedence Clearwater Revival, he's got that kind of following. Not 1 million, but 500,000 is pretty dang good. Look at that. That one has 99,000 freaking up thumbs. And I can't believe I don't have an up thumb on it. I just gave him one. So I'd say I don't have a shared UT video of the uke. All right. Dennis, you need to do a video of it. Okay. You know, get on your video, get your freaking camera going, do a stream, don't even do a live stream, just do bring your ukulele on your morning sunrise. If you haven't already done that, I'll even do that. I'll put your morning sunrise. I will schedule and we'll put that on a Friday, or if I do a weekday live stream. So, all right. So, all right, guys. I think I started early. I think I'm going to end just a hair early. 5:25 is a pretty good time for me to kind of sign off. But I hope everybody has a great weekend. Guys, I hope you like my new set. I like this. I really love this new set. I feel like I'm home now. I don't feel like I'm like making like this Twitch stream up anymore. It's so much easier to do stuff. So much more fun. So I hope you appreciate the new set. There we go. So the new setup. There we go. The new set, guys. There it is right there in all its glory. Do not fly your drone, guys, your DJI drone in 95 degrees unless you have a contingency plan. Because it will land, and it will land somewhere where you don't want it to land. And just make sure you do that. Don't lose your drone because of something stupid I did and you didn't learn from my stupid mistake, or you fly your drone into the side of a hill when you don't need to fly your drone into the side of a hill. Is Mel on, by the way? Is Mel live streaming tonight? Is 400 AGL, is he live streaming tonight? Let me see here. Let's check it out. Let me just check on, let's see, 400. Let's see if he is streaming tonight. Let's see if Mel is on. Oh, I don't remember. Let's see. Welcome to I don't know if he's 4 days. I don't know. Has he been live streaming? He might not have. But do check out Dovidas. He's on. I think he's on tomorrow. He does a Saturday night live stream. So Sundays. Thank you, Dennis. I have to get, like I said, now that it's summer and I can't fly as much, I'm definitely going to have to live stream more. I'm not going to be able to fly, but most of my flights will be morning flights for sure. So I'm going to have to go up to the lake, fly up at the reservoir where it's a little bit cooler in the morning. Get some of that footage. It'd be kind of fun. All right, guys, I'm going to check it out. I'm going to check out. I'm not going to check it out. I'm going to check out. I need to. But hopefully you like the tracking video when I get it done. I'm going to take my time on it. I've got all the footage basically stored up. It's getting ready for me to basically assemble. I'm just not ready to assemble it yet, but it's really good. It's guys, it's just all it basically does is tell people what they that stuff they already know about the Mavic Air. But guys, don't forget, guys, do not forget. Okay. Do not forget. Okay. Okay. Do not forget to love these guys. Just because she's not a good tracker, okay, doesn't mean she's not a beautiful drone. She is a gorgeous drone. And she's orange. She's different. She's got a beautiful camera. She's not an orange school bus, but she's a beautiful, awesome, basically drone that will fly for you for days, will give you beautiful, silky footage. From great distances and from massive heights. I think like 2,000 feet, something crazy like that. So love your drones, guys. They'll love you back. It doesn't matter what drone you're flying. Where's my Mini anyway? My Mini is downstairs, I think. I told you I leave my Mini in my truck all the time. My Mini's my go-to travel drone. You can just leave it in 100-degree heat. It doesn't matter. So, all right, guys. See you later. Have a great Friday. And like always, take care of each other. And we'll love you when you show back up again. Okay. Check out all your friends that are basically streaming with us today. Make sure you give everybody a visit. You check out some of their material, and we got to go. So cheers later, and bye.